and welcome to my channel. I'm Elaine and today I'm going to show you how I set my hair with foam rollers. I linked all the products I use down below so you can check them out if you want to, and without further ado, let's get started. So I'm wearing a hair snood right now, which I like to do when I don't curl my hair. You can see my hair is quite straight. What I use in the morning after washing my hair is 2 pumps of this Nivea curling lotion. So I put that in my hair before blow drying it. After blow drying it, I brush it out, which I'm gonna do now. So this is my hair brushed out. It is a tiny bit wavy, but that's just because I had it in this hair snood. I like to wrap it around itself a couple times and then put it in there. So my setting pattern has changed a couple of times since I started doing it, but what I normally do is I just take 3 rows from the top, so 1, 2, 3, and then I basically try and go from up to down with the rest of my hair. So I have 1, 2, 3 in the top, and then 2 or 3 here on each side, and then 4 in the back, and on the other side the same thing. So the reason why I put a few rollers on top of my head is because it does give my hair a lot more volume than if I would just have them go down like this. Also, what I do is I try to take small sections, so the smaller the section the better, because if you get a tight curl it stays longer, at least for my hair. That's how it works. So what I use before actually putting my hair into the foam rollers is I use this setting foam on each strand. So what I do is I section my hair in the middle first, put a middle part into my hair, and then what I do first is I take my bangs, take all of the bangs I have, brush them out, take out the long hair in there. I only want to have my bangs. And they are what I always do first, the foam, and spray quite a lot in there, and I really try and coat my hair with it so it's almost wet, because this foam actually dries really quickly, so I don't have to worry about my hair not actually drying. This was probably a little bit too much. So this is like probably not very professional, but what I use with the excess amount is I just put it in the rest of my hair. If I put in too much, because I'll have to have it in there anyways, so that's just what I do. If you use a little bit too much on a strand, just put it in the rest of your hair, it's fine. I'm gonna brush through it once more. So basically what I do is I just wrap the ends around it first and kind of tuck them in to not have any ends sticking out, because they would be straight at the end. So I'm gonna roll it towards my face. You see that? And then I'm gonna clip it shut. And that's my bangs done. So let me do a few more sections on top of my head to give me this nice volume. So again, I'm gonna take a little section, brush it through a little bit. Hope you can see that. Let me just move you a little bit so you can see it better. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, so this is my second section on top of my hair. Again, I'm gonna put some foam on it and just coat it quite well with the setting foam and brush through it once more. So what I'll do is take my foam roller, put it to the middle of the strand, and then wrap around the ends and kind of tuck them in, if you can see that. I tuck the ends in while I roll up. And then secure. This is the second one done. I'm gonna do one more strand up top and then I'm gonna show you the rest. So that's the upper part done. Now let's move on to the sides. So what I do is I part my hair in the middle from the back and kind of push the sides to the front I'm gonna brush my hair once more. And what I do now is I'll put 2 to 3 rows here, again here, and then 4, 4, and then the same on the other side. So again, I'll grab a small section here, about this size, and I'll put the foam in again. Coat it real good. Put the excess amount in the rest of my hair, since I apparently like to always use too much foam. I'll get my foam roller again and curl my hair toward my face, wrapping the ends around and tucking them in as I roll. Okay, that's one done. Now let's take the second section. I feel like it's gonna be fine if we just do 2 on this side. This section is quite small anyways. And let's repeat the same thing again. So what I also like to do is I like to kind of change up with the sizes of the sections. So having some sections smaller than others, I feel like that gives my hair a more of a natural look, which I really do like. Okay, now we'll do 3 sections here. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm on a different angle, I had to relocate, but so basically I did one more thing here. I'm gonna add 2 more right on this side. Coat it again. And roll it toward my head. Shoot. This happens often, by the way, so what I do is I just clip it on there again and then just close it. And as you can see, I don't really mind not having these look perfect, because I have noticed for myself it doesn't really make a huge difference. The only thing that is important is to have the strands quite nice and slick and put them on there quite nice and slick. So that's the only thing that really makes a difference. But you can see I do put them on there a little bit, you know, not perfectly straight, which is totally fine. I think it all depends on your hair and what works best for you, but this seems to work for me. So let me do a few more strands here. I'm gonna do 4 rows here and 1 more roller right here, and then I'll come back to you. Now that we have one side done, let's proceed to the next side. What I'll do again is I'll do 2 here, 3 here, and then 4 in the back. Also, I'm always rolling toward my face, so let me just show you that one more time. I'm gonna take a little section here, spray with my foam, and then place it about right here, roll the ends around, and then tuck them in to the other hair, if that makes sense, as I roll toward my face. And secure it. Okay, and this is kind of how it's supposed to look like. I'm gonna do another strand right here, and then I'm gonna move on to the next section. So what I do in the back is exactly the way I do it in the front. I basically just take my strand, which is about this big, and I start kind of in the middle, roll it up, and then roll it toward my head. So this is the end result. I'm gonna show it to you from all angles. This is the side, and then from the back, and the other side, and the back again. I usually do this just before going to bed, so when I wake up, I do the brush out, but today I did it in the morning, so I'm just gonna leave them in for about 5 hours. So what I always do after putting my hair in rollers is putting on a headscarf, because I find that it really traps the heat in my head, on my head, and it curls my hair way better than without it. So I always fold it in half and put it over my head with the triangle towards my face basically, and then just kind of tie it on top of my head And then I always take this little piece here, like put it on top and tie it once more. And then you can see you have these little things hanging around, which I always tuck in these little pockets you have. And then just kind of tuck these in as well. And now you look chic. Now I usually go outside like this because I still think it's really cute. And I also feel like it's a little bit more comfortable for me to go outside like this than just my rollers in. So I feel a little bit less stared at, but maybe that's just a personal thing. Anyways, I'm gonna see you again in about 5 hours and show you the end result. So it's been a few hours and I'm ready to take my curlers out and see what they look like. Okay, so this is what they look like now. You can see that they didn't really get any more messy because I was wearing the scarf, so it really does help with that. So let me just take them out. So you can see that they're quite bouncy, which is actually a good thing because that means that they're gonna be holding for quite a long time, and obviously they're not gonna look like this in the end. Okay, so this is how bouncy they are right now. They kind of remind me of one of these old dolls. But now we're gonna start with the brush out. So what I use for the brush out is a comb, and I found that it really does work quite well. So what I do is I just use this end of the comb and kind of just gently brush my curls out. I start with my bangs and just gently brush them a little bit. I do like my curls to be quite curly still, which is why I always kind of stop at the end. And you can see I'm kind of using my thumb to form my curl a little bit. Okay, this is good for now. We're gonna style it later. After that, I go in with my little hairbrush and I take the ends and kind of form them around my thumb.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above me. Night breezes seem to whisper.
So after I brushed out my hair a couple of times and it's nice and fluffy like this, I like to take some pomade and style my fringe with it. So this is what I normally do with my hair after curling it. I like to swoop it back a little bit. And what I do is I secure it in the back of my head with some bobby pins, and I love to put flowers or ribbons in my hair a lot. So you can see it again. And yeah, so you can do a lot of hairstyles with this. The good thing is when you have curls like this, they literally hold with every single hairstyle, so you can really just put them up however you want and they will just stay there the whole day. So that's something I really do love when setting my hair too. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you're all well. If you did enjoy this video, let me know, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!